What's going on, guys? Just going with Brandon Gas coming at you with something a little bit different today on the channel. This is something I've never really actually done before, and I figured, hey, I want to try this out. I actually seen another YouTuber doing this, and I was like, you know what? I want to do this. Before I actually finish watching their video, I'm going to go and record my own video on something very similar, which is reacting to a super old news report on Pokemania 1999, so old school Pokemon news on NBC. And I thought it was very interesting. There's a lot of old school stuff I could react to. If you guys want me to do more of these, let me know in the comment section below, because there is a ton of old school stuff. I'm from the 90s myself. I know maybe a lot of you are probably, you know, a little bit younger. Maybe some of you guys are the same age as me. Maybe some of you guys are older than me. You know, let me know if you're a 90s kid, or if you're like a 90s and before, or if you're like a 2000s kid. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to. You don't have to share that information. You know, obviously if you don't want to share that information. But yeah, so I'm a 90s kid. I was born in the early 90s, so I was about 7 years old at the time of this this news piece, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna react. I might have some some interesting things to say, because back in 1999, when Pokemon was super hype, and it's still hype to this day, but when it, like, you know, really started to begin to be hype, you know, and there's like the games and the first movie in 1999, and you know, the first set of trading cards, there was a lot of mixed emotions, man. There's some people that thought, like, you know, Pokemon is the best thing ever, you know, the best thing ever. Some people were like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't really care about it. And then there's other people that are like, Pokemon is like satanic. And then there's other people that are like, Pokemon is too violent. There's just some crazy stuff. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna react. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's do it.
When we come back,
let's do it.
All the fuss is about, at least to the 8-year-old set in this country.
Okay, one thing I want to say really quick. All right, I don't know about you guys. Okay, maybe I was like 7 or 8 back then, but to this day, you know, like, there's a lot of older people in the Pokemon of all ages, man, of all ages. So there's my boy Pikachu. There's my boy Pikachu.
Your skill.
Is it too loud? I don't think so.
Haven't been already. The hottest thing in the 12 and under set is coming soon to a theater near you.
Old school,
Pokemon
baby.
The movie joins Pokemon the video game.
Okay. Like I said, this is the original movie. Lately, I've been watching a bunch of the Pokemon movies and TV shows on Twitch. There's this like Twitch channel called Twitch Presents. It's an official Twitch channel, and I've been watching them all again. And oh my goodness, man! Like, these things never age. Right, the shows are still amazing. The movies are amazing. Every single one, in my opinion. Even the crappy movies, what people would say are the crappy movies, in my opinion, are just amazing, because it brings Pokemon to life, you know.
And Pokemon, the trading card, has must-sees and must-haves. To start us off tonight, NBC News correspondent Colleen Dominguez on the craze that has now hit Hollywood. It's
hit Hollywood. N64, baby. N64. You know what? I just got to say one thing. I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but the N64 is actually one console I never owned. I don't know why. My parents bought like a lot of different gaming consoles for me throughout my lifetime. We owned the NES, the Super NES. They skipped out on the N64. Then they bought me a GameCube. I had a Wii. I had a Wii U. You know, 3DS, DS, Game Boy Color. I didn't get the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy SP and those lines of Game Boys. I played my friends once in a while, so I missed out on a few consoles, but we had the majority of Nintendo consoles. N64 is not one I had, so I never played Pokemon Snap or Stadium.
More than a game.
Anybody know how to play this? How to get to the next level?
How do you get to the next level? So, somebody tell this kid how to get to the next level. You know what's funny? That kid is probably like the same age as me now, which is trippy as heck. That is so trippy.
Top-rated TV show. Pokemon is an undeniable obsession with children across the country. The upcoming Pokemon, the first movie, caused such a frenzy that the switchboard at Warner Brothers was flooded with 70,000 calls a minute.
Yo, two things about that. 70,000 calls a minute is freaking absurd. Okay, hold on.
From people desperate for tickets.
I had to finish that part. From people desperate for tickets, right? So people are trying to get tickets. 70,000 calls per minute is freaking insane. Number 2 is the fact that a switchboard. No one uses a switchboard anymore, my friends. A switchboard is absolutely ancient history. I'm dating myself hard. I mean, you guys, I already said it's from the 90s, but a switchboard, my friends, is super old school. I don't think anyone uses a switchboard anymore nowadays. All right, let's keep watching this.
Japanese import.
We're literally only a minute in, and I keep pausing it to say things. I keep pausing it, and I'm not shutting up. But that's the point, right? We got to react. Top 5 video game slots, baby.
A Pokemon.
What's a Pokemon?
Cute, cuddly characters who become supercharged
I love it.
so they can fight their enemies.
Okay.
But some experts say the entire Pokemon phenomenon is the enemy.
The phenomenon's the enemy.
In my opinion, parents should not let their kids watch Pokemon, play Pokemon, buy Pokemon cards, have anything whatsoever to do with Pokemon.
No! Why? Like, dude, this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. What on earth is wrong with Pokemon? That was like some of like my generation's greatest memories growing up is Pokemon. The movies, the TV shows, the cards, you know, the games, like excuse me. That was one of the best things back in the day and still is to this day, you know? Man.
Because the message is violence.
Because the message is violence. I mean, I guess you gotta think, this is the 90s, right? This is before like first person shooters were super popular, you know? Obviously nowadays, you know, we have Fortnite, they're saying that's violent, which if anything, like Pokemon's like way less violent than something like Fortnite in comparison. And even then, it's like, I mean, you know, as a parent, it's a case-to-case basis, right? You gotta in moderation, right? You gotta you know, see, you know, what kind of child you have. Every child's different, you know what I'm saying? Every kid's different. But that said, one thing I will say about Pokemon is that you never see, well, not really, you never really see like humans battling each other, right? Like Team Rocket's always trying to steal Ash's Pikachu, but I mean, there's not really any like actual human violence for the most part, right? It's just Pokemon battling it out, and it was never glorifying, you know, kids or humans, you know, fighting, right? It's not like a first-person shooter where it's like, okay, you got humans shooting humans or something like Call of Duty or something, right? I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, I don't get, like, how does that glorify violence? How does that, like, promote violence? It makes no sense to me, you know? It's just battling Pokemon, and then they rest, and you heal them, and it's like, hey, good job, and you shake hands. I mean, that's usually the way it goes.
But many parents disagree.
It's really, I think, an okay thing for the kids because they learn to save their allowance, to budget for it.
Yeah.
They learn to trade and be kind of reasonable with their friends.
Exactly. Dude, I'm sorry guys to keep pausing this, but trading was such a huge thing. Like it's like it encouraged being social with people, you know, and it encouraged trying to like you know, work things out with friends and stuff, you know. It's like, yo, I want to trade you this for that, and then the other person be like, you know, try to bargain, be like, well, how about this for that, or this and this for that and that, or you know what I mean? Like, it really helped, kind of, you know, social interaction and development with you know, understanding how to communicate with others and how to solve problems with others and how to, you know, exchange things. I don't know if I'm making sense.
When it comes to the biggest Pokemon craze, it has to be the trading cards.
Oh, man.
The 747 arrived today from Tokyo.
You got Jiggly. Dude, why would you put Jigglypuff? Why would you put Jigglypuff on a plane, man? You're gonna put the pilot to sleep. That's a bad idea, man. You don't put Jigglypuff on a plane. Jigglypuff's gonna sing everybody to sleep. It's dangerous. Don't do it.
With the latest collectible cards.
Obviously, I'm just screwing with you guys.
Many school officials think the craze has gone too far.
They're not allowed at our school because it's such a craze and people like them so much they tend to steal.
All right, see, I mean, I can understand that. If kids are stealing from other kids in school, then I would understand why the school would be like, you know, no, man. If that's the reason. If it's just like Pokemon is just like, if they're just like saying Pokemon's stupid, then it's like, I don't know, or if it's taking away from like your attention or something from your schoolwork. Okay, I can agree with that to that extent, but
Officials are finding that Pokemon cards are responsible for fistfights, and the constant trading is not only distracting kids from classwork, but turning the playground into a black market.
A black market. That is the funniest way I've ever heard anyone describe friggin' trading Pokemon cards. But I will say that, like, yo, if you cannot be social about something, if you're gonna get into a fist fight, I mean, you need to check yourself, man. Like,
where they buy and sell rare cards.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Just how long will this fad last? Retailers hope well into the holiday shopping season.
Yo, retailers hope well into the holiday shopping season. Dude, at the time of recording this, we are in 2018, my friends. Okay? We're like, what, 19 years later? I don't know if my math's right. I think we're like 19. Yeah, 19 years later. It's 2018. Duh. 19 years later, and Pokemon is still a craze. I got stacks of Pokemon cards over there. We got Pokemon Let's Go that just came out with a freaking amazing Pokeball Plus Joy-Con. Pokemon Generation 8's coming out next year in 2019 on the Nintendo Switch to mark the 20th year anniversary of this video. It's a craze.
NBC News, Los Angeles.
If you have or know a young child, then you may know that bonding moments with children these days come only when they look up from their Pokemon cards or other products. As we've established, it's the thing with the younger age set. Here to walk us through.
In other words, if you want to bond with the younger generation, buy yourself a stack of Pokemon cards, man. No, I'm just kidding.
What adults should.
No, but I will say that one thing I absolutely love is that my son is super into Nintendo and he's super into Pokemon, and I trade with him. Like if I have a card that he needs and he has a card that I need, we trade. You know what I mean? We do that. Or even in the games, we trade, you know? He's been hooking me up with some shiny Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon lately, that he had duplicates of. This is what I love about Pokemon, man. It's just so fun, man. It's something you can share, you know? Especially like excuse me, especially parents from like my generation, you know, they can share it with their own kids.
No, the self-proclaimed toy guru Ira Gallen.
I like it.
Owner of Video Resources in New York.
He's a toy guru.
Ira, to you and Pikachu, a hearty good evening.
And this is going to be one of the.
You got Fat Pikachu. You guys remember Fat Pikachu? When Pikachu was fat? You know those old school cards? They remade those cards in Generations, and they had Fat Pikachu again in, or not Generations, Evolutions. I did a bunch of Pokemon card openings
The
of that.
hottest selling toys for the holidays. This is a talking Pikachu.
It talks!
Hasbro Toys, not even in the stores yet. It's going to be in next month.
Yo, I want it.
That psychiatrist who had that quote last, that how bad Pokemon is, I guarantee you these people haven't seen any of the cartoons at all. They have no concept at all. Well,
They have no concept. I love this man already. They have no concept of Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. You don't. There's a fact of it, right? It's like if you, dude, to say it like, no, man, no.
Let's get into this because
No.
as I understand it from my own child, I think, well, for the record, one of my children.
How old are they?
My son who's into it is 8, and he's walked me through it, and it's all about battles, is it not?
not really. In fact, I got to tell you, I get this episode today, Pokemon Friends.
Pokemon. Okay, man, dude, this guy just talking about, like, you know, if they've never seen the movie or the show, they don't understand the concept. This guy's calling it Pokemon. You calling it Pokemon? Come on, bro.
And it's about abused Pokemon that aren't treated well by their trainers. Because in the Pokemon world, in the age of 10, you get to be able to go to Pokemon school and be given a beginner Pokemon to go out with
This guy does know his stuff, though.
and capture other Pokemon.
Now,
Yeah.
But
Okay,
some
go ahead.
kids are, wait, I gotta tell you, but some kids are bad and treat their Pokemon bad and they're abused. This is a great episode about abused characters that have to go to a special resort to get better and meet better kids to grow with.
See what I mean?
Now, the next question concerns
That's what's
how
up with
long this is
Pokemon.
going to be around. As you know, you can
19 years later, boys. 19 years later, we're still kicking it, man. Generation 7 with Pokemon Sun and Moon. We got Generation 8 coming out next year on the 20th anniversary. Have no idea what kind of Pokemon. They got some weird Pokemon coming out like Meltan, which is like a freaking like bolt, like a nut, which is really weird. But we're still kicking it, baby. We're still. Yo, I'm wearing my Gengar shirt too. I didn't even realize that.
In the dairy case
Oh,
at your
man.
local supermarket.
And I got to tell you, Furby is still selling well. They're expecting good.
Furbies! Who remembers Furbies, dude? Yo, man, my little cousin was into Furbies like crazy back in the day. But yo, me? It's the Pokemans.
Sales with Furby, but in fact, Tiger Toys, who put out all the Furbies, have all the electronic toys for.
All right, so let's skip ahead a little tad because I want to hear about these toys.
Pretty much. There's certain pieces of toys. There's also another toy. If you want to be a Pokemon master and your kids are going to want it, you have to have a Pokédex.
You gotta get that Pokédex. I swear I had one. I don't know for sure, but it looks like that toy looks familiar. Like obviously it's a Pokédex, like right? I know what a Pokédex looks like, but I swear I had that toy. If I didn't have that toy, I swear one of my friends did because I remember holding something that looked really similar to that, and it wasn't. And maybe it was a dream. I don't know.
This is by Tiger Toys, and you can. This
maybe
is like a Rolodex for every character you want to learn. Press any buttons on here.
Maybe I didn't own it.
Number of that Pokemon, you get to learn about it.
Pokemon.
Every one of these.
Put the Pokemon in.
FAO Shores totally sold out.
Well, they're
totally sold out.
In regards to trading, with all these trading cards.
Yeah.
Burger King is coming out with 57 toys. Among them, the ultimate.
The irony in Burger King coming out with those toys is that McDonald's just came out with a bunch of toys recently this year. I mean, McDonald's has kind of had that for the past few years. So I guess McDonald's has like the licensing for that.
Pokeball. I guarantee your son's gonna want this. This is $1.99 at Burger King when you.
$1.99 in 1999 would probably be like $4 or $5 now in 2018. That's insane.
Buy one of the value meals and you get your special gold card. There's 6 of these.
Ooh.
There are 150 additional Pokemon cards. And
Yo.
there's no way every kid is going to get all the toys at Burger King. So they're reinforcing the trading aspect of all.
See, that's what I love.
Cards as well. So you're going to find kids trading a lot of these things.
Kids trading these things, man. I love it. That's a beauty
Ira,
Pokemon.
How do you answer the question? Is this just toy collectibles? Is it a movement? Is
it's a movement, baby.
It's a craze for little kids to enjoy themselves.
It's not for little kids. It is for everybody.
With adults are not going to get into this a lot.
Okay, look, I know from the 90s. I understand I'm from the 90s. But listen, man, there's a lot of adults in the Pokemon, especially nowadays, man. Like, look at like all these YouTube channels, right? And like the majority of like these Pokemon channels, whether it's gaming or cards or whatever, are adults. The majority of my friends that are into Pokemon are adults, right? Like like the majority of people I know, right? Because obviously my friends, I would assume, are going to be adults for the most part. But you know, the majority of people I know are adults that are into Pokemon. The majority of people I see are adults. Maybe it's because we're all like from the 90s, from that era. I don't know, man. Or most of us are from like, you know, the early days. I don't know. You tell me in the comment section.
What was interesting is, for the last year, I've been sent toys left and right. I own 50.
I want to know. Hold on. If you guys don't care about sharing that information, let me know what's the oldest person you've seen that was into Pokemon. It doesn't have to be yourself. Just like the oldest person you've seen. You don't have to say like who they are to you. You just be like, the oldest person I knew that was into Pokemon was this many years old. You don't have to say how you know them. I don't know.
Of them. I wouldn't watch
I'm curious.
any of this stuff. I throw on a tape over the weekend, which I got to recommend people. I choose Pikachu. This will explain to everybody what the craze is about. In fact, Pioneer Electronics buys the rights to the DVD, the videos. They're now giving one away with all their DVD players with $50 off. They're selling through the roof because kids want the DVD versions. I think
gotta get that DVD version, baby.
And I can probably guarantee you there's another year and a half to this craze. It hasn't even peaked yet.
A year to a year and a half left of this craze. Dude, it's crazy. Again, 19 years later. 19 years later. And it's still super hype. Let me know in the comment section below how hype you still see Pokemon being. Because to me, I see it being just as hype as it was back. Okay, maybe not as hype as back then. Because back then it was like huge. Like it was all coming out. The movie was just coming out. You know, the games were just coming out. And you know, it was all brand new. But it's still super hype, right? Let me know in the comments below if you guys agree that it's still extremely hype, and that it's still like super exciting to you guys, because it is to me.
All right. Well, as always, Ira Gallen, thank you. Thank your many little friends
extra toys aside
for coming on the air. Thank you. Please do. You know where to send them. When we come back, we will have a look at what's making headlines.
Cool. So there you guys have it. The Pokemon. The Pokemon Craze. Pokemania 1999. There it is, my friends. If you guys want a little bit of a flashback in time to the 90s, my era, these are the cards that I originally owned, the original base set. These are the original cards that, you know, kids were trading back in my day when I was younger. I feel really old saying that, dude. Oh my goodness. You know, that was the thing, man. I love Pokemon. Pokemon is like one of the best things ever. I love the cards. I love the movies. I love the shows. I love the games. Pokemon is honestly probably in like my top 3 favorite franchises next to the Legend of Zelda series. It's easily up there. You know, it's just, it hasn't died for me. It doesn't die because it's just so amazing. So yeah, again, I wanted to kind of like take a little bit of a look at, you know, back in time. This may have been a lengthy video. I don't know how long we've been recording for, actually, to be honest with you guys. But I had a lot I wanted to say in between this, because again, this is a real flashback for me personally, you know, in the 90s. And for those of you guys who were not born in the 90s, then you guys can kind of see, you know, what it was like back then, and kind of see, you know, my reaction as a 90s kid to, you know, seeing a news report from my childhood. So pretty insane stuff, my friends. Let me know what you think about it all in the comment section below. And again, let me know how you're still feeling about Pokemon. Are you guys still hyped about Pokemon, or what? Also, let me know if you guys want me to do more of these kind of throwbacks where we look at some of these old trailers or old news things. You know, it could be about you know, new releases, like, you know, when the N64 came out, or it could be about, you know, when certain Zelda games came out, or the Super NES, or the GameCube, or the Wii, or, you know, we could do these kind of flashbacks where we look at old trailers, react to old news videos, or whatever you guys feel like. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know. Give me your feedback. And again, let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you guys still love Pokemon to this day. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys very soon in another video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit of a different kind of video. And like always, until next time. Oh wait, by the way, I'm gonna be having some more Pokemon card openings soon. I ordered a few box sets, so that's coming back. We haven't done that in a while, so we're gonna have more of those. So look forward to that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next one. Like always, till then, game on.